So in case you're a man, which includes me, I have bad news for you. You may be thinking that you're a financial guru and you make really wise investment decisions. The reality is that someone sitting next to you could be your girlfriend, your wife, your mother, your daughter, your sister, is actually a much better investor than you are. Hey folks, I'm Subho and you're watching The Big Buck Show. It's a show where we tell you how you can start your investment journey and, more importantly, how you can turn your small bucks into big bucks. There are multiple studies showing that women investors typically make between 4 and 10% more return, depending on the study, on an annual basis. 4 and 10%. Over a long period of time, that's the equivalent of being able to double your wealth, right, relatively. So what's interesting about this is, while women investors get better returns, the bulk of investment decisions today in India are made by men, right? I have a colleague in the legal profession, extremely smart lawyer, woman, super professional, competent, is great in the courtroom. But when it comes to investments, and this is a quote, "Hey, my husband handles all of that." Now, would she say that about her husband arguing her case for her in front of the judge? Absolutely not. She'd say he doesn't know anything about that. He'd fail. And it's not like her husband is a finance professional. It's just that gender roles still dominate, and extremely competent women still believe that finance and investing is something they don't need to worry about. So welcome to the Big Buck Show. We're going to be talking about how we should learn to invest like a woman and why that matters. And we're going to share some interesting insights, some interesting facts, and really talk about the underlying traits that get women better returns and why all of us, especially men, should be learning and really investing like a woman. So the interesting question is why, right? I was super curious. The fact that there's this difference is, of course, very interesting, but more interesting is why. And I think there are 3 key reasons. The first one has some biological basis, right? The difference between testosterone levels. Testosterone makes men clinically more aggressive, more likely to take risk, and overconfident in their decisions. Women do not tend to have that testosterone problem, and that reflects in how they approach investing. And 2, patience, and this is probably more social. Women tend to be far more patient, do not tend to believe that they can outmaneuver or bet against the market and win. They're more grounded. And those 2 social factors combined typically mean that women trade less, right? They make impulsive decisions less often, and therefore we see that translate into better returns. And then there's a third reason, which is women tend to be more social investors. What do I mean? It doesn't mean that they're investing with 6 other people, but they talk about investing with their social circle, look for advice and recommendations, and don't say, "I know." And therefore, women are more likely to actually take into account different inputs and weigh different sources of information before making a decision. So these 3 factors are the root cause of why women get better investors, and also why I believe we should all invest like women. Now, if you're a woman and you're wondering, wow, I didn't know this about myself, and by the way, I don't invest today, here are some interesting facts for you. 1 out of 2 women believe that they have no idea about investing and don't need to invest. Of the women that do invest, 1 out of 2 women are investing to improve their family's financial future. So here's an interesting dichotomy. Half of the women in general believe they don't need to invest. Of the half that do, at least half are doing it because they believe that this is something that safeguards their family's future. I believe every woman should invest, right? There is no gender-based role here. And in fact, science says that if a woman invests along with her partner independently, that's probably going to lead to better outcomes in general. So there's a strong reason for women to today say, I need to invest, for I think not just one strong reason, many strong reasons. One, they're probably better at it. Two, they need to control their own financial destiny. You can't rely on someone else. Three, you're probably going to use information, and your ability to learn as a woman increasingly is higher, right? Whether you're a professional working woman and you have access to information, or you're not and you have access to information anyway because it's all on your phone, right? Access to information is much better, and women who then make informed decisions are likely to again perform better. The reason I'm saying this is because there's a real opportunity to transform everyday savings into investments. And women are going to be at the forefront of this movement, and empowering them and making sure that women understand that them investing is extremely beneficial to their family. And in fact, it's something that they're inherently good at is a key message. We're going to cover this and bring in a number of different women in future episodes who invest, who are extremely good at it, and who I think can serve as role models for hundreds of millions of women in India and outside India. And that, I think, is the bedrock of a revolution in investing that we're about to see over the next decade. So let's talk about lessons on both sides of the gender divide. If you're a man, run your investment strategy by a woman you trust. Chances are it'll improve. Also, if you know a woman in your family or friend circle that's not investing, or if you know many of them that are not investing, reach out to them and talk to them. They'll probably be really good at it. You have a role to play as well. If you're a woman and you are investing, congratulations. Please teach men that you know what you do best, which is assimilate information, be patient, and honestly, don't be overconfident in your ability to beat the market. If you're a woman who's not investing, then I think it's time to start. Again, 3 steps. Start small, build the discipline, and make sure that you're doing something every month so that you're building and securing your financial future. There are easy ways to do this. Again, I'll go back to the app I like to use. You can download the Appreciate app, simply put in a few details, share your KYC, and get started immediately. You don't need to invest a lot of money. You can actually start with as low as 100, 500 rupees, and you can actually start seeing gains, and that'll give you more confidence to build your investment portfolio even more. So start today if you haven't, and if you have, do share your learnings and your techniques with the men you know. This is Subho signing off for The Big Buck Show. Hey folks, thanks for watching The Big Buck Show, and tell us how you thought about this episode in the comments below. Subscribe to our channel please, and hit the notification bell so you get a notification next time a video shows up. Also, don't forget to follow us on social media. We have a Twitter channel, a YouTube channel, and of course also an audio podcast. And hey, continue watching us so that you can turn your small bucks into big bucks.